8s are bad. 7s aren't funny. Avoid them both and win Christmas money on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much, and thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. Thank you. And once again, our audience comes through with a timely poem. Thank you, Mark Queso of Santa Monica, California, for that opening poem. Now let's get to the cards. Dennis and Marky, if you will, start loading in the cards. We have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Jorge Blom. Hello, Jorge. Nice to see you again. Looking well. You know, we found out you've been with us for a while now, doing well as a champion. We found out a lot of things about you. I didn't ask you, what do you do for exercise? You're in good shape.
Well, I used to jog very often, okay? Until a few days ago when I started playing this game. You know, jogging is a very good thing for your heart. You know, it's supposed to bring your heartbeat really high, and that's what's good for you, cardiovascular.
Right.
But there's nothing that can beat playing Card Sharks, you know. Up here, you really get your heart up high. That's a better thing than jogging.
Well, it's certainly worth it to you. You've won $10,300 here on the show. You're a fine champion. Our challenger, Elaine Pass. Hi, Elaine.
How are you?
How about you? I understand you're a big jogger.
Well, I've just started jogging, and since I've lived on the beach all my life, I jog on the beach every day, and I'm about up to 3 miles a day.
On the beach? I understand that's very hard for jogging.
Well, that's what they say, but I really like it. Sometimes I go barefoot, and I just started wearing tennis shoes on the beach also, if the sand is just packed right.
Well, isn't that nice? You two would make a nice couple. Gee, you're both in blue. All right. Good luck to both of you. The cards have been shuffled, and the players cut them. Jorge, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red deck, and Elaine, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue deck. And Jorge needs 2 cards. Elaine needs 4 to win this game. Best 2 out of 3. Jorge won game number 1. Elaine, you need this game. And as we left off, the question goes to you, Jorge. We asked 100 men who work as a department store Santa Claus, keeping in time with the season. Oh, listen to this one for Santa Claus. 100 men who work as a department store Santa Claus. Has a kid who was sitting on your lap ever wet his pants and yours? How many department store Santas said, yes, that's happened to them?
I don't know what reasons to give to that, you know. I was quite controlled at my time, and I didn't wet my pants ever doing that, but I don't think it's going to happen that often. It should be a low number, say 20 of them. That would be a good number.
20 department store Santas have had a youngster leave them with a surprise.
Even if the kids were nervous, probably, but still, I think that the number's going to be lower. I think they're just having too much fun.
Not that nervous. Well, if Santa didn't give them what they wanted last year, the actual number of Santas who said a kid has wet his pants while sitting on Santa's lap is 50! Whoa! 50, not lower. Jorge! Well, that's one of the hazards of the job. Jorge, we left off with an 8 as your base card. Of course, you won the question. You have the right to change it.
I'm going to change that 8. I'm going to change it.
Anytime you win the question, you can change it to a queen.
Fantastic! I'm going to play it. It's going to be lower the next one.
Lower than a queen. Yes, an 8.
I'm going to freeze there again.
Taking that 1 card at a time, Jorge needs just 1 card for the championship. Sudden death. Someone must win with this play of the cards. Elaine, we asked 100 senior citizen men. If a younger woman propositioned you, would you be flattered or frightened? How many senior citizen men said they would be frightened?
Oh, I would say that's a low number because I think all men would love to be flattered. So I would say...
Proposition, of course, is what they were given, right?
Okay, but still, I think they'd really enjoy that. I'd say 20.
20 would be frightened rather than flattered.
Both things can happen at the same time. You can be flattered and frightened at the same time, I believe. So I would say it's a higher number. It's going to be higher.
You say more would be frightened. More would be frightened. That is the question. How many senior citizen men
would be frightened? Yeah,
you say more. The actual number of senior citizen men who would be frightened if a young woman propositioned them is 35. You're right, Jorge. It is higher. Sudden death, Jorge. You've got an 8. You need 1 card. Elaine has a queen. She needs 4. You've got control of the board. Play it or pass it.
I'm going to pass it this time.
You're going to pass it. Elaine, if you can get all 4 of these cards, you've tied up the match. If you miss 1, then Jorge wins the championship with a queen. Call this one.
It's got to be lower.
Lower than a queen. No, right away it is an ace, not lower. Jorge wins the championship in sudden death. And again, Jorge wins. Elaine, thank you so much for joining us. And we have some nice parting gifts for you. You're a nice lady. Elaine Pass. Thank you, Elaine. Jorge, come on down here. Another $200 in the game. You're up to $10,400, and he's going to go for a lot more with the money cards right after this. Congratulations again. Keep playing good. Back with a very good champion, Jorge Blom. And once again, are you ready, sir?
For sure.
Let's get ready. Let's go to the money cards. Come on, Jorge, hop up there. Well, the board is open. And Marky and Janice coming out. And Janice, you'll start dealing out the cards as we give you some light to do it. $200 in 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we give you another $200, Jorge. And once again, 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet. And there you must bet at least half the money. Come on, Jorge. Let's top off a good win with some good money. Here's $200. As in the game, a choice of 2 base cards to start with. You can, of course, change your base card if you wish when you move up to the next 2 levels. With $200, you have an 8.
I changed that 8.
I cannot imagine why. With an 8 up the middle, you must play this one. A 4.
Much better, much better. It's going to be 150 higher.
$150 higher than a 4. Yes.
Yahoo! Now I'm going to bet 100 higher. Just 100.
Going higher again
card,
for $100 higher than a 6. It is a king.
Higher. Now I bet all that's going to be lower. All of it.
$450 lower than a king. Yes. Good job on the bottom line with $900. Up goes the 9. $200 more. You've got $1,100.
Okay, can I get a change it?
You can change
well,
it.
I change at 9, yeah.
Absolutely. When you move up, you can change it. And again, you must play this one.
Oh, out higher. All of it. All of it.
All or nothing for $2,200 higher than a 2. Yes. 3 cards to go, and you've got good money.
Okay, I'm going to go 400 lower. 400 lower than a 9.
$400 lower than a 9. No, it's a jack. Oh. Down to $1,800.
Okay, I'm going to go another 500. That's going to be lower than a J. Lower than a J.
Again on the jack. $500 lower than the jack. Yes!
Yes!
The 10.
Yeah, there I go.
$2,300 and up goes the 10. And again, you've got the decision. You can change it.
I want to change at 10.
Big change with that good betting money. You must play this for the big bet. Oh, another 10.
Okay.
You must bet at least $1,150.
Okay, I'm going to bet half of it that's going to be lower than that, okay? Half of it.
$1,150 bet that this is lower than a 10. And it is! $3,450. Jorge, you can do no wrong. You're a good player. Go on down. With that $3,400, come back over here. Don't leave yet. You're still here. You now have $13,850 in cash. Congratulations. New challenger is going to try to stop this fine champion right after we take time out for this commercial message. There you keep it up. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Jorge, Janice is going to deal out 2 brand new decks of cards, and we'll meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Meredith Graces. Hi, Meredith. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Won't you tell us about yourself?
My name is Meredith Graces, and I'm a 4th-generation Californian. I live in Malibu, California. I'm a teacher for Beverly Hills School District and an avid sports participant. I play tennis, I jog, I ski, and roller skate.
Well, you are very active. Good to have you here with us.
It's nice to be here.
And you've cut your cards, I assume?
Yes, I have.
Then we're all set to go. Meredith, you'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Jorge, the upper cards, the red cards. Jorge, we found 100 women who are millionaires and asked them, if you could double your wealth by working 1 year as a maid, would you do it? How many women millionaires said they would work as a maid?
If money is what counts, they would do just anything for doing it. So if they get paid well, they would go ahead and do it. It's going to be a rather high number, not that very high though. I would settle for about 64.
64 women millionaires would work as a maid to double their money.
I think it's that they would want to do something different because usually women millionaires don't do a lot of work. But I think it's going to be lower.
Lower?
Lower.
The actual number of women millionaires who would work as a maid is 41. You're right, Meredith. It is lower. Still, it's a lot of them greedy little devils, aren't they? Meredith, you're starting with a 6.
I'm going to change that.
Changing the 6, winning the question, you get a 7. Not a good change.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. No, it's a 2. And the champion right away gets a free chance to play a 5.
Okay, I played and say it's going to be higher than that.
Higher than a 5. Yes, a queen.
And it's going to be lower now.
Lower than a queen. It is a 6.
And I freeze.
Freezing it at the halfway mark. And Meredith, you'll get your first question as Janice fills in the spaces there. Meredith, we asked 100 women who have been married 25 years or more. If you discovered that for the past 25 years, your husband had a second wife and family on the other side of town, would you leave him? How many women said they would leave their husband if they found that out?
I think that would be a shock, a definite shock, and I think probably, it's pretty high, I think probably 68 would leave.
68 would leave him.
What about forgiven? Let's think about positive things here. People can be forgiven and it could be arranged somehow, so it's going to be a little bit lower than that.
You
Slightly
say lower.
Yeah.
You say they would forgive. The actual number of women married 25 years or more who, if they discovered their husband had a second wife and family, would leave him is 72, not lower. Meredith. Yes.
All right, I'm going to change it.
25 years is a lot of forgiving to ask from anyone. Meredith, you've got a 7.
I'm going to change that card.
Changing the 7 to a
All
jack.
right. Next card's lower.
Lower than a jack. Yes, it
All
is.
right, I'll freeze.
You'll freeze it, and that keeps Jorge away from his cards. Question 3 goes to you, Jorge. We asked 100 16-year-old girls, did you turn sweet 16 without being kissed? You've heard the expression, sweet 16 and never been kissed? Well, how many 16-year-old girls said yes, they turned 16 without being kissed?
Very low number, very low number. You know, girl nowadays, especially liberation movement, and girls are really free when they turn that age. So it's going to be at least not more than 20, I'd say. 20.
20?
Yeah.
Did not get kissed by the time they turned sweet 16.
I think they have either been kissed by their uncle, their dad, or someone. So I'm going to say lower.
Even lower than that?
Yes.
Depends on what you call a kiss, Meredith, right? The actual number of 16-year-old girls who turn sweet 16 without being kissed is 11. You're right, Meredith. It's lower.
I'll change that 8.
And she didn't even wait for me to get over here. Once you get rid of the 8, a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. Yes,
All
a
right,
5.
I'm going to play higher.
Higher than a 5. It is a 6.
Freeze.
Freezing it. Meredith needs 1 card. Jorge needs 2. Boy, we've had some tight matches. We are again at sudden death. Meredith, we asked 100 married men. Has your wife ever thrown away something that she thought was junk, but was really something that you treasured? How many married men said yes?
I think married men said their wives
That's
threw
right,
it away.
married men.
Yes, I know my husband would say that because I threw away his favorite bathrobe that he could not do without. So I'm going to say it's probably about 70.
70.
Yes.
Oh, it has to be higher than that. It happens so many times. It's
Even higher.
Oh, yeah, it has to be higher than that.
The actual number of married men whose wife has thrown away something they treasured is 61, not higher. Meredith. Meredith, you've got a 6. You need 1 card. Jorge also has a 6. He needs 2. Play it or pass it.
I'm going to pass it.
Okay. Jorge, you've got to turn them both over. You must play the 6. Call this.
Campbell, and I say it's going to be higher.
Higher. No, it's not higher. Meredith wins the first game of the match in sudden death. Game 1 to the challenger. We'll set up for game 2, Janice, if you will. And yes, we say it often, getting control of that board is so very important. This time the challenger did it. Same 2 decks of cards, players. Jorge, you need this game, and you haven't been behind very often. See if you can come back. Jorge, we asked 100 married women. When your husband crawls into bed at night, does he usually have cold feet? How many married women said their husband does have cold feet?
I can listen to her complaining about that. Hey, you have cold feet. Don't get your feet warm up. So it's going to be a high number. Say about, 65 of them do have cold feet.
65 women complain that their husband has cold feet.
My husband warms his cold feet on my hot feet, so I'm going to say it's even higher than that.
Higher than that. The actual number of married women who said their husband has cold feet is 20, not higher. Jorge.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
And Jorge, you start off with a king.
Fantastic. It's going to be lower this time.
Lower than a king. Yes, a 3.
Higher, higher.
Higher than a 3. It is a 5.
And I played against, it's going to be higher.
Risking the 2 of them in this one higher. Yes!
Oh, I freeze right there.
Freezing it, needing 1 card to tie up the match. Meredith, we asked 100 women doctors. When men patients ask you for advice about their sexual problems, are you ever embarrassed? How many women doctors are embarrassed?
I don't think very many are. They've gone through too much to be a doctor, to be embarrassed about a question like that. So I'm going to say 20.
20 women doctors are embarrassed if a man asks about sex.
Well, they are professionals, and they can. Being embarrassed doesn't mean they can still do their job. So I say it can be a little bit higher. Why not? You can be embarrassed.
Higher.
It's going to be higher than that. Yeah.
The actual number of women doctors who are embarrassed when men patients ask for their advice about sexual problems is 16, not higher. Meredith, not too many. Meredith, your first look at your base card. A 6.
I'll change that.
And see if she can get a better card. Oh, a 2 is a much better card.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It is an 8.
Freeze.
Freezing it. Meredith needs 3. Jorge needs 1. Question to you, Jorge. We asked 100 people, when you are in the bathroom and at someone else's house, do you ever peek into their medicine cabinet? How many people admitted that they do?
How many times have I done it? Curiosity kills man. So it's going to be a very high number. I'd say it's going to be something like 70. 70 would be a good number.
70 would peek into the medicine cabinet in someone else's house.
None of my friends are going to invite me over to their home anymore when I admit this, because I do every time I go into their bathroom. I'm going to say it's a little higher.
Even higher than that. You figure a lot of people do it. The actual number of people who peek into other people's medicine cabinets is 42, not higher. Jorge. Still, there's a lot of them out there peeking. You've got a 6, Jorge.
I'm going to change a card. I'm going to pay it myself.
Big change trying to tie things up. A 2.
It's going to be higher than a 2.
Higher to tie up the match. Yes, for the 4. And Jorge makes a comeback to tie it. Each player with 1 game and $100. The tiebreaker with just 3 questions right after we take time out for this. We're back. We've got a tie. Each player with one game and $100. And in the tiebreaker, before we set up for the tiebreaker, I got to come over here. Janice, did you spell out Meredith M-E-R-E-I-D-T-H? Did you do that?
It wasn't me, Chair.
Wasn't you? I don't know who did that. We're sorry about that, Meredith. We'll spell your name right next time. Okay, we'll set up for the tiebreaker with just 3 cards up there, 3 questions here. Someone gets a crack at the money cards. Meredith, we asked 100 men a ridiculous question. If you could make $1,000 in just one day, but you had to spend that day at the National Poultry Convention dressed as a chicken, would you do it? How many men said they would dress
For
as a chicken?
$1,000, I think there are a few, but not that many. I'm going to say 35.
35 men would dress as a chicken for $1,000.
Look at me, I'm here. That's similar. You can compare it. I'm here to make some money, so it's going to be a higher number than
Even
that.
higher than that. Do you mean that this is tantamount to dressing as a chicken, Jorge? Is that it?
Well, not that bad, but...
The actual number of men who for $1,000 would dress as a chicken is 88. You're right, it's higher, Jorge. With my legs, I don't have to even get dressed. Jorge, you're starting with a 7.
I want to change that 7.
Big change in the tiebreaker. You've got a 10.
Oh, well, I have to play it, so I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a 10. Yes, it's
Higher than a 2.
higher for the championship. He did! Oh! Jorge, you just find a way to make a comeback. Meredith, thank you so much for joining us. I guess you just came up against the wrong champion at the wrong time. Got $100 in cash and some nice parting gifts. Thank you, Meredith. Meredith Graces, thank you. Jorge, come on down here. You were dressed as a chicken, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Jorge is now $14,050 richer, and he's going to again go for the big money. First, we're going to take time out for this commercial break. Boy, you beat it up. Wow. Back with our champion, and Jorge, we don't have time to play the money cards right now. Just a couple of days of Christmas. You're from Caracas, Venezuela. Are there any differences in Christmas in Caracas as here in the United States?
Well, Christmas is, there's a big contrast there because on one side, parents think that it should be a family occasion, and kids, teenagers especially, think it should be party time, you know. So it's always the big fight. The 14-year-old daughter, Mom, please, can I please go to the party? No, you stay here. You have to stay here. It's family occasion. And that's pretty much the way it is.
I hope you'll spend Christmas as a family occasion. Join us next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
Bingo rules. Yes! Because winning rocks.
Of course.
And bingo rocks.
True.
Because winning rules.
Yes, it is true.
So if you like bingo.
Thank you.
And you love winning. Please. Play along with Bingo America and you could rock your way to the bank.
Wow.
Go to gsn.com to print your cards for your chance to win.
Oh, aren't you correct?
Bingo America tonight at 6:30, 5:30 Central, only on GSN.